Baby, I run to it like you owe me, bring it back. No, it ain't my birthday, but come and make it clap. Oh,
it's so crazy, but we're gonna get into it. What was I gonna say? Have we regressed? That's the topic of today. I'm a bit confused, okay? Because we talk about underground, we talk about alternative music, and I don't know, like, it's funny. I saw a debate. It was I think his name's Az, the super controversial guy from Grime who seems to just like cuss everybody. He seems to just get into it with everybody. I thought I was bad. He don't give a monkey. He's gonna say whatever he feels like say at the time. And Tanks, the video, I'll put it up in the thing. I think it was basically, as was saying, that the underground has no motion. He was largely referencing Lancey Foe. I found it super interesting because he was talking about the motion, and Tanks was debating that because he was referencing like YT, for example, who, you know, has had recent shows. He's shot up in a certain type of way. And he was talking about like being at the show and seeing the motion that actually they do have with this, but like selling out shows, a bunch of people, and Az was on the flip side, kind of just being like, yeah, but where to the west? I think I get what he was saying. I'm not gonna lie, as if you ever see this, it did come off kind of like hate, but it came off kind of like hate because it just kind of seemed like you kind of like, you just weren't trying to hear, like, like you didn't like, man. That's what it sounded like. You didn't like, man. But at the same time, I still feel elements of what he was saying, which was just that, like, I feel like on the wider range of things, it doesn't escape the wider range. That's why, for example, when that video dropped with Lancey, Len, and whoever, that video, I remember that started a war on Twitter because it was like you had the same set. You had one half of people that understood exactly what was going on there. And you had the other half of people that were like, bro, who are these vampires that I can't lie, it was kind of funny, but it's like, who are these vampires that have come out of nowhere? And I found it such an interesting thing, and I feel like it even ties in with what I just said about Shotty Horror, where it's like, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not saying that they don't have motion. They definitely have motion. So for us to say that doesn't make sense. But what I will say is I understand the bubble. There is a bubble, and that's what, it goes back to what I just said about doing something niche for a while. Battle rappers will sell out. Bro, do you know how much people probably, I don't know how much people were at the Steel Yard the other day for the battle rap event, but bro, like I've seen, I'm sure that, not Madison Square, but like I've heard of some places getting sold out, man. I can't name them off the top of my head, but I've heard of some places getting sold out. It's a niche. The UK underground thing is a niche, and I don't think that's what a lot of men don't understand when they, because it's either, yeah, they do have a lot of motion, or they have none. Bro, I've sold out shows before. Like, definitely not on the level that them man are doing right now. Shout out to them. They're doing their damn thing, innit? So I'm not trying to sit here and, oh, me. But, like, I've sold out shows before. And do you know how many of you lot will look at me and go, who the flying F is this person? Who is he? What has he done? What does he deserve to do? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man have sold out shows. Man have done certain things. And I think that's where there's a massive disjointedness. And that's where I call for the journalism to be a lot more better. But again, the traffic isn't that good, so people don't care. I watched that debate. I've seen Tanks' things. And I'm not looking at all his views. But I've seen where that one was like from a month ago. And that's got like 3.9K. Now, you know, not the worst views in the world. I'm at every view counts. You'll see this podcast. I ain't got a lot of views. But the point that I'm making is like, you know, it's not the most in a certain type of way. Like, it doesn't pick up in a certain type of way. And I feel like that comes from a disconnect between it because it's such a niche thing. Like when you're into underground culture and UK culture, or even just like, it's like post SoundCloud culture. So it's like when you're into that kind of thing, you either get it or you don't. It's like plug music. Plug music is some of the best beats I've ever heard personally, but it's like it either translates or it doesn't. And I don't think it massively translated into overall mainstream media. You can find songs that are plug based, but it's still just like, did it translate? And that's the point. SoundCloud rappers, all these people, they were all niches. That's why you kind of look back at like the 2016, and I was playing a song the other day, and my brother was like, yeah, man, like this one gives me like 2017 vibes, 2018 vibes, like with the with this in the back and the And to be fair, it was a song from that sort of time, but that's the point. Like it almost captures that kind of thing, and that's what my problem is with the journalism and why I feel like it would help to just have a lot better bloody journalism and non-biasness. Because again, like, it's just such a confusing bag. I think they definitely have motion, but it's not the motion that man think it is, bro. It's really not. It's a lot of distributions. I've said it on tracks, funny enough, when I'm in my Kish mode. It's like, a lot of these people are distributing, like, bro, a lot, outside of Len YT, and maybe a couple other man that I'm not giving enough credit to, it's like, bro, there's not a lot of man that have come out and made organic noise, man. Like, and you might think that that's the case, but by the time I look at these people, bro, it's just label distributions behind these lot. Why you think all these videos look like this already? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of man just get picked up by these distributors and then it's boom, full sale ahead. And I'm not saying that you can't be proud of what you do as the result of that, but Jesus, man, like, it's not no real motion, as we say. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe it starts off as kind of real motion and then becomes this manufactured. Do you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, there's artists that I won't see for a year and a half, and then let a big show pop up with a certain type of artist, and then they're on the bill for that show. And I'm like, what have you done, bro? This whole, like, you gotta release 4 things in 2 years to be a good artist thing, it's so played out. So played out. Like, bro, there ain't nothing wrong with a steady stream of stuff. You look at a lot of the contemporary rappers everywhere else, bro. And a lot of men are putting out 4, 5, 6, like, the UK's got a fascination with the streets, bro. And when you look at the street method, man are putting out tape after tape after tape. People tell me I got a lot of music. I'm like, what? From that.
Baby, I run to it like you owe me, bring it back. No, it ain't my birthday, but come and make it clap. Oh.